Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm still trying to do a lot of videos for you guys because I have a lot of videos I have not done for you. Like I said in my other videos, I've been very busy working, and then of course obviously taking care of Irene. But anyways, here's my labor and delivery story for you guys. I had Irene May 8th, 2016. She was 6 pounds, 8 ounces, 22 inches. And I actually had her on Mother's Day, which fell on a Sunday. Basically, I started labor on that Friday. I think it was like around the afternoonish. Started feeling a lot of contractions, but the doctors obviously said they were not consistent enough or strong enough to keep me, so they pretty much ended up sending me home. And I was relaxing and stuff like that. I actually was on maternity leave, luckily, so I didn't have to really worry about if I was going to miss work or not. So, because I went up into my last week of pregnancy and decided to just do maternity leave on my last week of pregnancy, so I can save up as much as I can. And that Saturday I started feeling it even more, and it was beginning to be more like every 1 to 2 minutes I was feeling really heavy, strong contractions, and they would just kind of stick for a couple minutes and then kind of release. And it was beginning to be to the point where I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, couldn't stand, I couldn't even walk. I had to have my relative help me out to his car because I could not even walk, and I was the whole car right there, screaming in pain and, grabbing at the seat, trying to, feel like I could release some type of pain because it was just unbearable. Went to the emergency room, and they were almost going to send me home, and I said, you know what, I can't do this. I can't walk, I can't stand. I was pretty much breaking down, crying in pain. I could not literally, take it anymore. And they said, okay, we're going to keep you, and in a couple hours you should actually be getting ready to deliver. And the first thought in my head was, finally I can have her and, be able to meet my baby finally. And then the other half of me was just like, oh my god, I'm going to actually be delivering my first baby in a couple hours. So I was nervous and happy at the same time. So I actually had let my husband know, because he was actually at work, and let him know that it was time for the baby to come. So he finally got off work, and about 30 minutes after I had called him, he ended up at the hospital. He had the hospital bag and everything already ready. And I let him take a nap since I knew he was going to be up with me for a while. So he ended up taking a nap for a few hours. Doctors came in, asked me if I wanted any type of medicine or anything. They gave me some pain medicine, but it did not work, obviously. I was still screaming and hollering in pain. They were telling me to walk it off as much as I could, and it was still at the point where I couldn't really walk, so I was in my bed and just screaming and yelling, and they're like, okay, we'll give you the epidural. And when you're in that much pain, believe me, you are going to be yelling and wanting to say some really nasty things to the nurses. And I ended up yelling and saying, hey, I need the epidural, I need it now, I've been in, labor for 2 days, and I cannot take this pain no more. And sure enough, the doctor gave the okay for the nurse to give me my epidural. So they asked my husband to leave the room so they can perform the epidural. And for any new time moms that have no idea how it's done, basically what they do is they put this numbing kind of thing on your back where they're gonna place the epidural, and they take this long needle, and I don't want you guys to freak out, because believe me, I do not like shots. I mean, I'll get tattoos, but shots is a whole nother thing. But believe me, this is by far weird feeling than shot. And you can feel it going through your tissue and stuff like that. And once the pain medicine goes in, it feels so nice. It literally feels like you have like the Orajel stuff that numbs your mouth up. It basically feels like that, but it feels like that on your legs. And you don't feel the contractions really. You'll feel some like little kind of like pushy kind of like feeling, but nothing too overpowering where you can still feel the pain. You know, you'll feel completely relaxed, and the more relaxed you are, the more relaxed the baby is. And that's what they'll tell you to when you're getting ready to deliver. You want to try relaxing. And they gave me that at about, I want to say 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then they popped my water bag, I think at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And then they just kind of wanted to wait and see how long it would take for me to dilate, because I was still kind of at between 2 to 3 centimeters early in the morning. And by the time we got to like 10 o'clock, they're like, okay, well, she's going to be getting ready to push soon. And I was pushing for about 2 to 3 hours. Finally had her at 12:15. And oh my gosh, like once your baby is born, that's when it feels so real that you are a parent. Just hearing her cry, it made me want to cry, but I was so tired. And luckily my family was in the room. I did have a few family members. Her godparents were in the room, along with her dad. So it was really such a nice moment to share that with them, and for them to have, you know, be a part of that. Also, the one thing I do want to say though is, if you're getting an epidural, there is a slight chance, and this is, they didn't tell me this, there's a slight chance that you can get some really minor headaches after the epidural. I did not experience them at first. I want to say maybe a day after I had her, I started feeling some severe headaches coming along. And when I mean severe, I mean to the point where light would hurt my eyes, to the point where I had to keep them closed. I had to have something blocking my face, and even then I felt severe pounding in my head. So to any of you new moms who are getting the epidural, if you have any type of like severe headaches, make sure you let the doctor know. And if they give you regular headache pills and it does not go away, please, 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 I cannot stress this enough, ask them for a blood patch. Because what they're going to do is they're going to take some blood out of you and put it where the epidural spot is, and they're going to fill that little gap with blood. And I don't know how it works, but for some reason it works. So just please keep in mind that there is a good chance that you can get severe headaches after you have your epidural. And unfortunately that happened to me. I ended up throwing up pretty bad after I was being sent home, and I still wasn't feeling good, but I'm like, you know what, I'll just take headache pills, maybe that'll work. Couldn't even make it my second day out of the hospital, and I already had to be back in because I needed the blood patch. So overall, just please make sure, you know, if you have the severe migraine, let a nurse know, let your doctor know, and please pressure them into giving you the blood patch. It's basically like getting an epidural again, but they're going to insert blood. That's basically it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much my labor and delivery story. I mean, there's nothing really much to it. And obviously, I did want to show you a picture of her first little picture. And I wanted to thank you guys again for tuning in and listening to my labor and delivery story. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Do not be shy. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.